to the channel. Hope you're all doing good out there. You join me in the cabin of the M3. A couple of you have been mentioning, you know, where is the yellow bird? Well, no fear, she is still here. She's absolutely filthy. I've just been using it as a bit of a workhorse at the moment, doing plenty of Christmas shopping. The whole car is just stuffed full of things for everybody because I needed to get it all done before I leave to go to Ireland for Christmas. Now today I'm meeting up with an old friend of mine, the Kyza, incredibly talented, and he has the most wonderful RX-7, which we've been meaning for ages to get the E21 and the RX-7 together for a shoot, and that is today. And also I've never been out in his RX-7 either, so we're gonna see how that rips. Well, my friend.
Hello, hello.
Very good to see you.
And you.
Can you believe we've actually managed to finally get the two cars together?
Yeah, I know. We've been talking about this for what?
A long time.
How many years?
A lot of time. What I can't quite believe is the difference in reds. Like, I don't know if they'll pick it up on the camera, but I thought they were in some way, from the images that I've seen on your Instagram, I was like, surely they're the same sort of red.
Well,
no.
I thought your BM was pretty red, and now
What is red?
Now I see it in person. It's pretty orange.
Do you think it's orange?
I think it's orange.
I don't know. Maybe I'm colourblind. I always think
compared to that.
I mean, there's a red. Look at the red van over there. That's more like that red, and then Latham's B5 RS4. That's supposed to be Imola red, but it definitely
is. That's supposed to be Imola red, but that looks more closer to yours, whereas mine's supposed to be pretty much a gloss factory Mazda red.
Have you resprayed it?
With, yeah.
Did you respray
It's been
it?
resprayed.
It has been resprayed. Oh, respray buddies.
Yeah, painting's not great, but it'll get another colour at some point again.
So talk me through it. It's a 1990, so she's the same age as me. She's 28. Yeah. She looks good, considering these cars. I mean, that's what, 37? I can't do quick maths. Yeah, 83.
Yeah.
37 years old, and this is 28 years old. Yes. The two cars are looking very well. I know, I'm actually kind of gutted that you're younger than me. So guys, if you don't already know the Kyza, you must have seen him on Instagram. I'll put his stuff up here. He's an incredibly talented young man, and he does concept art. So it's basically you take cars and you make them into like poof.
Yeah, so it's concept art, a mixture of concept art, just automotive designs in general. So kind of, say I designed a body kit on a computer.
Yes, you did.
Try and bring it to life.
He's
so
the guy.
That's what I'm doing now. Yeah, it's a cool and interesting process. It's been quite a journey because I started within games.
You did, you started at EA, didn't you?
I started at EA, yeah. Prior to that I'd done some work though with Top Gear, on some film stuff with people like Neil Blomkamp. Yeah, a wide variety of stuff. And then slowly kind of drifted into this whole car concept thing. It's always been a passion for me, and it's always been a hobby that I've enjoyed doing. So when creating art, it's quite difficult to try and stay focused and inspired. So kind of cars were always a topic that kept me interested and motivated. So yeah, I just you know, over the years kind of tried to develop my own style, just doing fun things with cars that I hope and thought might inspire people to kind of do what they want and, you know, push the boundaries a little bit of what's possible.
I love your stuff and your company. So obviously Live to Offend. I've been watching what you guys have been doing. When I saw you at SEMA, I was like, okay, this is cool because you brought out the E30. Oh my goodness, we have a puppy. We have a puppy. I know that puppy. Hello, Billy. Oh, hello, sweetheart. It's my mum's new dog, by the way, guys. I haven't just got like another dog out of nowhere.
Are you going to climb on me?
Like, he might try and chew your beard.
Please don't chew my beard.
So he's
You're super cute, but please don't chew my beard.
Yeah, I think he's 9 weeks now.
Oh my god.
No, you're fine.
Look at this, he's so cute.
Do you like him?
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, he's too much. Like, I'm looking after him for my mum today.
Hello.
Right, hello. Puppy stuff. We're having like a puppy break. Puppy break. It's a huge distraction.
It's a cute distraction.
I'll go back in my box then.
Alright. Bye, puppy. So, Live to Offend is your body kit company. You created your own, essentially the same sort of thing as Liberty Walk do, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. So you have Liberty Walk, you have Nakai-san at RWB.
Yeah.
You know, Pandem. I think a lot more people are now doing it because it's becoming a lot more accessible.
Yeah.
You know, with 3D printers and everything. But I mean, it's always been a dream of mine to try and bring my renders to life. it was just a very inaccessible thing a few years back for me personally, because I didn't really know how to get started. I was like, how do I even begin? How do I go from something digital to something real world? So back in 2018, we kind of launched the company and unveiled our BMW E30 kit.
Yeah.
So that was our first car, all carbon. Incredible experience. My first time in America.
I know, I was there. I couldn't
It was my
believe
first
it.
time in America. First time actually meeting you
Yeah.
in America instead of here in the UK. Yeah, it was just a very overwhelming experience. We did a shoot with Larry Chen.
Yeah.
In the desert before the launch, and yeah, very surreal moment. And then kind of from that, we had more builds at SEMA last year. I worked on Button Built's Ferrari 355, so I kind of helped design body kit for that, which was cool. We built this crazy green E30 and a few other cars I can't really remember now, but kind of working at Need for Speed as well, so kind of getting to design the cover cars there, which also got built. A yellow Polestar 1, which was interesting and pretty crazy. But yeah, it's been hard work, a lot of lessons learned along the way. It's not easy, I'm just kind of one guy. You've got my business partner Eric in the US as well, and we're just trying to have fun bringing stuff to the real world. And kind of a first example of that is the rear Louvre.
I was about to move around to this because I was so excited. I was like, oh, I've never seen one of those on one of these before.
Yeah, so rear windows louvres do not exist for this model RX-7. And yeah, I mean, I use these quite often in my renders.
Yeah.
I'm borderline obsessed with them.
I know, I see them a lot in your renders.
Adds another level of aggression for me. Probably doesn't really work on this, given it's very clean and simplistic.
No, I like it.
This is our first prototype, and it's officially the first LTO thing I have on the car as well.
Which is brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, given three and a half years of ownership, it's quite nice to actually have something of my own on the car for once.
What I find interesting about these, right, is this is so much more sturdier than my one. Like, this looks really well built. Like, it's just thicker material as opposed to, I mean, I don't even want to show people. This is an original Autoplast from the 80s one, and she's fairly slim, guys. It's not the thickest of plastics. And yeah, I mean, it's fairly retro, but
it's still a well-built product, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's still surviving all this time on now. But yeah, this one, the material that it's made out of is so much more sturdy.
Yeah, we've tried.
It was
really difficult to kind of come up with a design for it, because the rear glass of RX-7s are curvy, as you can see. Mm-hmm. So putting a project like a piece of that's very angular like this, it's difficult to kind of get it right so it doesn't disrupt the silhouette of the car. So it kind of took a bit of tweaking. This one's a prototype, so this is why this has these slats here, which were cut out by our manufacturers in the US, just to kind of test, the sturdiness at speed as well. Yeah. The final product will have a spine along the center here, a bit like
mine.
Yeah, like yours. So it'll be nice, finished carbon fiber, dry carbon, whatever people want it in.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm quite excited to see this in some of the more aggressive RX-7s, drift cars, time attack.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Well, probably not time attack, but drift cars, aggressive, styled cars.
I can imagine James would want one of those on his car.
James would rock one.
He would, to be fair. He loves his RX-7. I went out in it for the first time the other day, and I couldn't quite believe it. It's the hardest car to drive, mate. It's so laggy.
You did pretty well in it, though.
So you're gonna drive it then?
I'll give it a first shot.
What?
But it's so laggy and it's scared. Like the E92, the Eurofighter, is a dream to drive because it's so responsive. That thing, he's just like, it's my favourite car because I've known it for so long, and it's definitely got its own driving characteristics.
It's the car I know James for.
Yeah.
So like every time I've met him, I've always brought up the RX-7. Like, when are you going to drive it again? What are you going to do with it next? Don't you dare ever get rid of it.
I know, yeah. Like, he seriously loves it.
Man. I mean, that's kind of why this was my first car.
This is your daily driver, right?
This is my daily driver, yeah. It's my first car as well. And it's kind of grown in that process. But I mean, you look at this and you look at my renders and you'll probably think that your renders are quite out there, and this is it's very tame and very, you know, it's very not subtle because it's bright red and it's pretty loud. But yeah, I mean, you can do so many things with RX-7s, and I love the stock body, you know, just simple look, lowered. I mean, I've made a few additions.
When he says lowered, again, this is on air ride.
Yes.
So you're rocking.
So I've got custom automotive struts.
Yeah.
And running airlift management.
Same. So this. I think I've got universal bags, and I can't even remember what kit. I think mine's a 3H or 3P.
Mine's 3H.
3H, yeah. I can't even remember. It's been that long since I've looked at the air ride in my car. It's just there. It's just part of the suspension. It's just.
It is, yeah.
Just does that bit.
It is what it is, but it's the best modification I've made to the car, because with it being my daily, you know, I can drive comfortably wherever. Back home in Manchester, I'd reverse this car back onto the drive, and where the gate's shut, we have a little hump.
Yeah.
And the first time I tried it, split my rear diffuser in two.
No.
It's like, okay, I might have to find an alternative method of doing that, and airlift was always the answer, just because I love loaded cars, and it's the best of both. I can drive at a decent ride height, and then when I'm kind of, you know, parked up, I can just air out and yeah.
You could just do it. I mean, look at the cars. This is picture perfect right now. We've got both the cars aired out, and your wheels. I mean, they look very like E88 mag BBS.
Yeah, they do. So, but they're not. So they're not BBSs. They're actually 1552 whole shot RSRs.
Okay.
They were a more fully customizable option for me. You know, you can kind of pick colours, everything, a bit more than E88s. Obviously, E88s are the dream wheels.
They're
but given
sick, but
I drive
they're
this,
stressful. Like if they get a crack or anything in them, that you're done.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I don't really want to be driving around in E88s on my daily, you know. As you can tell from the state of these.
They're grand.
As you can see here, they haven't really been well maintained, and that's totally my fault, because I drive this in all kind of weathers, everything, and cleaning it is a chore. I mean, you know, it's just pure filth.
I'm like on mine. I can't say I'm any better, to be honest. Like these are a disaster. Actually, no, they're not that bad.
They look a bit better than them.
I love the little almost centre lock.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
Style.
So these caps are interchangeable as well. So I've got like 3 different colours of these.
That's cool.
Which is pretty cool. I can step them up if I want. I can, you know, they're fully customizable. So.
3-piece, right?
3-piece.
Yeah, 3-piece.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about 3-piece wheels, is like you can reverse mount them, you can do all sorts of stuff. You can change caps, you can change. I mean, I've had these polished, painted, powder coated, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, they were just. It was a fitting choice for me. I mean, with the whole Mazda theme, you know, the Mazda 787B Group C Le Mans car.
Yeah.
They ran E88s on the rear. I was like, okay, that's the colour scheme I want to keep going.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, no, like go black, or get like a black, you know, black satin faces with a black gloss rim. I was like, no, I want gold.
No,
it's kind of a classic colour combo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I love it. I'm very happy with it. You know?
It's cool. I want to hear it start up. I want to hear it start up. Come on then.
Thankfully it will start up. It's not too cold for that yet. It won't be as loud though, because it's already warm.
She's warm already. And this is a rotary engine car, isn't it? I mean, I know nothing about rotaries.
So this is a twin turbo 13B.
13B, I thought it was. I wasn't sure if it was a 20B or something. Again, I don't quite
that's
know.
like that. I wish this was a 20B. No, so this is a
Okay. I love the way they look together. It's such an unusual pair of cars.
It is.
I feel like they're pretty much the same size, or is yours like maybe yours is slightly bigger?
But ever so slightly.
What wheels are they, Kyza?
how do you fit in? Because like James is 6'7", right? And I know that he has to fold himself up like a deck chair to get into his one.
He's one of the few people I can actually have an eye-to-eye conversation with.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably my most asked question as well. How do I fit in? Honestly, I don't know. See, it's on stock seats.
Okay.
And there's a lot of room. Obviously, I've got a slightly smaller steering wheel.
Yeah.
But it gets to the point where you just get your legs in and then you're fine. Honestly, I mean, if you go around that way, I can show you how I get in.
Right. I'm intrigued. I have to do this.
I'm gonna put my camera on. It's like door open. Yeah.
Door in.
And then leg
In and slide it. Oh, you are cozy in there as well.
I'm cozy, but it's a good driving position. I mean, like everything surrounding you as a driver, not as much as a Supra. Like in Supras, it's pretty. You're cased in, but yeah, like I can drive like this comfortably for 3 hours. Handy. And then I have to take a break.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, it looks, you actually really suit it. I love it.
Thank you.
I reckon, because I've never been out in an RX-7 on a road car, we should go out for a spin.
We should.
Let's go for a spin.
For a daily, you know, like I have enough power. The sound is great. You know, it's maneuverable. Like on air, the ride is different.
It's very comfortable. I'm actually like really nice and warm in here.
You know, you can chill out. I do long distance journeys in it quite often. You know, 4-hour drive, like back and forth. And the only thing that hurts me is fuel.
Fuel, yeah. No, I can imagine. Is it quite heavy on fuel?
Since I've had it mapped in a more economic manner, so it's kind of, you know, it's decent for petrol. I could get like to Manchester and halfway back on a full tank, you know, that's like a good 350, 400 miles.
Love it.
It makes me smile, you know.
That's the main thing. Well, that was great for my first experience of an RX-7, and it was great to see the Kyza. I mean, he's such a talented guy. I'm going to put all of his information in the description below. Check him out, check out Live to Offend. I love it when I see my friends doing well, and he is definitely someone who's on to big things. I can't wait to see his body kits come to life, especially the ones on the E30 and the new louvre. So go and check that out. Other than that, guys, that's all from me this week. Take care, use your hand sanitizer, wear your mask, all that good stuff. I'll see you then. Bye.